So the lighting out here is really weird, and there's ash on everything. It's not orange, but that's all wood smoke. Definitely wood smoke. I have to water because the humidity yesterday was was under 10%. At one point we caught it at 1%. And I'll show you some of the leaves that are just turning to powder as I find them. But see, I need to water. Plants in pots take a lot of water to begin with, but the corn is trying to die. Look at the dash. The corn was an experiment to see if we could grow it in buckets. So I'm not heartbroken. That ash in the bottom of that pot shows you how much ash has fallen this morning. I don't know if I have enough to say to justify a full video. So you can watch me water. Isn't that fun? There's my chard. Trying to wash off the ash. See how that chard leaf is all dried out? That's a humidity issue. Trying to wash as much ash off as possible because it eats holes in plants. I guess that's not the right phrase, but you know what I mean. Don't leave ash on the plants, it's hard on the plants. My hose is leaking. Usually I would fix it, but I have one hand, so I can't. My cabbages, they're doing good. I don't eat cabbages, the husband does, but they're fun to plant. That's a volunteer bean. Look at the thyme. Look at the ash. There's ash falling in the air. I'm trying to find a spot where you can see it. And I'm not. My Brussels sprout. Oh, come on, that can't get there. There we go. Yeah. If you watch the side of the corn bucket, you'll see the water go down and then it comes up. It's kind of fun to watch. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. There's a lot of ash falling. There, I saw a flake go past. Okay. My little three sisters that is not thriving. No fertilizer, hard pan dirt. The fact that anything's there is kind of amazing. I need to pull the grass. My random jarro beans is trying to make its own tower. Can you see the stalk coming up? Gotta put a stick in there for it. Some point soon. Let's get the ash off that. Here, see, it's dripping all over me. And normally I would stop and screw it in tighter, but I can't. The pumpkins took a major hit yesterday, and I wanted to show you that. This is what 0% humidity or 1% humidity does to plants. So everybody online talking about how all of the random fires starting everywhere are arson. All of the random fires starting everywhere are starting because of the lack of humidity. Plants dry out and just become dust. Check your history. So it looks like we have some growth down here, and I know we have growth back there. We'll see if it survives. I like these towers. I wish they were half the height they are, but I like these towers. Now, we pruned the plum tree. It needs more water, obviously. So I'm going to set my phone here for a second. You're going to see tree branch so I can fix this hose. don't fall. And the hose kinked, so that's... But it's not leaking on me anymore. Hose kinks are the bane of all existence. All gardening existence, anyway. Okay. Planted carrots there last week. It was probably way too early because it's way too hot out. Those beans need to be harvested. The beans powdered out, leaves dried up and powdered out too in a lot of places. That's my single yard long bean right there. Michael's Precious Tomatoes. I'm running out of the ability to be in this air, so I'm going to have to quit in a minute. Come back out in an hour or so and do it again, because I need to do other plants. It's about an hour and a half's worth of watering any given day. Those beans never thrived. Don't know why. These guys are doing amazing. Yeah, that's the basil. This is the kale farm. The sweet potato, we had a bunch of leaves dry up. It has nothing to do with the amount of moisture in the ground when leaves do that. The zucchini over here took a major hit. So, I'll show you here. It's not the leaves in the ground that cause it to do the dry up. It's the ambient air moisture, and it kinked again. So, if I could bend at the waist easily, it would be a lot simpler to solve these problems. But because I can't, I have to fight with it and try to get the kink out as best I can. Okay. It's not the water level. The plants have plenty of water. It's the amount of moisture in the air sucking the water out of the leaves. This is that silly little Korean melon. We gave up on it in the AeroGarden. It made like 20 flowers and not a single one, or bulbs and not a single one made of fruit. And my hose is kinking again. Except this is half of my time out here. We had a nice hose that didn't kink, but it split a seam. See, and then I put another one in right there while I'm walking. Okay. And then there's this one right here that I control the flow with. A lot of people pull their zucchini right about this time of the year because it doesn't like heat. Look at the ash. Can you see the ash? That's all ash. See? It's all ash. I'm gonna try to get these pumpkins. And then I'm gonna give up. Ears of corn that aren't thriving. Okay, that's all I'm getting today. And have to take that off because we have a hose thief in the neighborhood. They steal the hose for the little brass fittings to take to the recycling. It's a pure tweaker trick. Anyway, that's a poppy trying to come up right there. I have to drag the hose back to this mess over here. Because if it's visible from the fence, they hop the fence to get it. Anyway. He buys the little solar things, and then we have little eyeballs that glow at us inside. That's good enough. Have a pretty ash-covered rose. Okay. Talk to you later.